I just wanted to throw out a little bit of a case study. So Chris works in our sales team. Chris is basically on the front end closing inquiry, getting people who are interested, having a chat with them, seeing if or how we can help.
Exactly. Yeah.
So a couple of months ago, we started Chris's LinkedIn profile up. We're running our Connect, Engage, Convert strategy. We're building up his perfect future customer base. And yesterday, within 2 months, Chris explained what happened yesterday.
Someone had sent me a message on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
And so essentially what they said was, can you give me a call, or can I give you a call?
So what do most people do that we've experienced at that point in LinkedIn when someone says, oh, can you just give me a call? Right. So what do I do now? And it's kind of like rabbit in the headlights, right? Yeah. And so what we find is that people want to go keyboard warrior and try to get the deal. So Chris sort of implemented one of our strategies, which is, it's really advanced, which is picking up the phone and calling people, but following a strategy, following our scripts. And so what happened next?
So I gave him a call.
Yep.
And then I just ran through the normal first call, and that is the brainstorm.
Yeah, to see if or how we can help. What does he need?
Yeah.
To try to solve before we sell.
And also what happened there is, because he didn't really know us, he hadn't really looked at anything yet, and he sort of said, oh, I've got all this and that happening. And I was like, yeah, that's fine. So give me a bit of an understanding of what's going on at the moment. And then he did.
Yep.
And then I just went, all right, well, we can probably help with that. Let me ask you some questions.
So you ask questions about him.
Yeah.
Rather than talk about us.
Yeah.
And so here's the thing that I see most people do inside of LinkedIn. Firstly, they're not using LinkedIn with a strategy. It's ad hoc. Secondly, they get a message on LinkedIn, they reply with a message. Thirdly, when people say that they're interested and they call someone, there's no strategy, it's just more chitty chat. Yeah. And so what we're doing is we lack strategy, and then therefore we don't get the results we want. And Chris talks to people who are interested in growing their business, coaches and consultants, every day, and LinkedIn is this amazing opportunity. And it's sometimes as simple as that. So the deal, Chris, how long did it take you to go from connection to conversation to conversion?
Well, I was on the phone with him to start with, within probably 3 minutes of him giving me his number.
Yep.
So that was fine. And I think the good part about that was I knew what that call was going to be, because I was going to control that call because I have a process for that first call.
Yep.
So the call reluctance is gone.
Yep.
So jump on the phone, probably 20 minutes overall the call, book him through to that sales call. That was 7 a.m. this morning, so 9 a.m. Brisbane time. And then we had another call, his midday today, my 2 p.m. And so essentially I'd reached out to him, or he'd reached out to me at 2 p.m. I saw the message at around 2:15.
2 p.m. yesterday.
Exactly.
Okay.
And almost to the minute of 2:15 today, he signed up to be a client.
So 24 hours.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's the thing. So without the right strategy, you could be effectively losing sales just because you don't have a system to control someone's perception, or even solve a problem sooner, so they actually show interest faster, and you can get them to take the action that you want that actually helps them, but actually helps you grow your business too. So here's the thing, if you could give people one piece of advice, Chris, knowing what you know now, going through the process, practicing what you preach, practicing what we preach, one piece of advice, what would it be?
First of all, just pick up the phone, understand what they want, but also if there's one thing that you should do before you start picking up the phone and doing more of that, and then getting them to go from interest through to commitment through to close, work out some of the questions that you can ask them to better understand what they're looking for and the issues that they have at the moment, and then be able to, from there, solve those problems.
Yeah.
That's the system.
Did it feel weird and awkward and like you were hard closing someone?
Absolutely not.
That's what we teach.
Yeah.
So guys, remember, interest doesn't mean commitment, but without a strategy, you're kind of shooting in the dark, hoping you hit something, hitting a target. So, anyway, I'm Rana from the Influencer Project, Chris from the Influencer Project, and that's how you take someone from connection to conversation to conversion. Cheers.